Hi everyone, it's Laura Volpes for Studio Katia, and in today's video I'm going to share with you how to create a clean and simple summer themed card. I started by stamping one of the sharks in the Jawsome stamp set using black ink on some Nina Solar White 110 pounds cardstock, and then I did some quick coloring with my Illustrator alcohol markers. I'm going to skip through the coloring pretty fast here because I have colored these images many times on the Studio Katia YouTube channel, so I thought I don't need to go into detail about that, but once I was done coloring, I die cut the image with the coordinating dies. I die cut two panels using the dotted patterns set 1 dies that you can see here on screen, and I used that inner shape to cut some more watercolor cardstock. I then paired it with the skyline borders dies to create some clouds and the waves. I basically just reversed the die that cuts the clouds and I created this wavy pattern. I then went ahead and inked up these panels using distress inks. For the ocean part of my scene, I used salvaged patina and then I darkened the edges with Mermaid Lagoon as well. And by the way, this is watercolor cardstock that I'm using for these panels so that I can blend my distress inks easily. For some added sparkle, I created some droplets with a clear sparkly solution as well as this blue sparkle solution that is also going to add even more color to this wave border, and then I moved on to the sky. I used distress inks again that I'm blending with my Studio Katia blending brushes, and I used squeezed lemonade, Kitsch Flamingo, and then to darken up the top edge a little bit more I used picked raspberry. Just using the ink that was left over on my brushes, I inked up the clouds a little bit to create some shading and dimension, and then I adhere everything together with my Studio Katia liquid glue. I like using liquid glue for these things because it gives me a little bit of time to move things around and make sure that I have placed everything where I want it to be. And then once my scene was almost ready, I went ahead and adhered everything to my white rectangle, which then I mounted on my card base that I die cut with the Darling ribbon and dotted frames dies. For the sentiment, I decided to use the greeting that reads I love you in the Jawsome stamp set by Studio Katia, and I did some heat embossing with white embossing powder. I'm using a fine detail embossing powder because I find I get better results that way, and then I just cut out a thin banner and adhered it to the top of my scene. I said almost complete scene before because at this point I decided to add one more cloud just to fill up that gap in the sky up there. And to finish off the decorations, I added some iridescent confetti, also by Studio Katia, and then some details with a white gel pen and a black glaze pen. And here is the final result, a really cute card and super quick and easy to make. If you're interested in more tutorials, don't forget to subscribe to the Studio Katia YouTube channel, and as always, thank you all so much for stopping by and have a great day.